Hey guys, who's excited for part two where I'm going to walk you through a curse? Um, use responsibly, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Use responsibly. And I am not responsible for anything that y'all do via your own volition, but I'm going to walk you through the steps. So, first thing you should be doing, without me even showing you what I have out first thing you should be doing is like cleansing and stuff. I'm not going to tell y'all how to do that. Y'all should not do that already. I'll make that a different video, but that's not for this video, okay? So you should be cleansing, protecting, and charging yourself up. Please make sure you eat before performing any spell work, okay? Okay, all right. Let's jump into it. First things first, this is actually kind of optional. Depending on which angle you're coming at it from. Some people, when they're doing hex work, they'll use things that are already like partially used because the target they don't deserve your full energy. In this case, I'm using brand new candles, and I don't even think TikTok can tell what this is. But anyway, first thing you want to do is get rid of these stickers because they just hold energy from everybody who's like picked it up in the store. You can clean off the bottoms if you want. Whatever, run your little incense around it and cleanse it and stuff. There's really no good way for me to show this candle on camera without TikTok probably taking it down, maybe. I'm not really sure. Maybe I will put a sticker over it. Here. It looks okay at that angle. But yeah, again, you can dust it off, do what you need to do. Make sure you get your oils out. In this case, we're going to do a separation breakup one. I have a hex oil that I made. And then I have like this bag of herbs, this giant bag of herbs. I'm not going to use every single one of these. Let us be very, very clear about that. But I'm definitely going to use those two so far. And again, I'm not going to show everything on camera, but this should give you guys a good idea of what you should be doing. Okay, so now that we've cleansed ourselves and charged ourselves and we've set up our stuff, I'm going to, again, usually I do another run through of this with the incense things. And the first thing I usually do is I try to put the oils down first. Quote unquote oils down, because this one, and y'all got to be careful about this when y'all are doing this. Okay, so this is an oil. This is a tincture. So this is alcohol based. So you got to be very, very careful about what y'all be putting on there, because alcohol is very flammable and oil is flammable too, but not like this over here. So be careful. Don't be using magical waters and oils, because the water and oil do not mix, and it's going to make your plate or whatever you're working on really gooky. When you're doing this, when you're applying this, okay, let me show you something. When you're applying this, you can do it from here. Do not wet the wick, otherwise it's not gonna light. Because apparently, I thought I didn't have to tell people this, but apparently I do. You don't have to start at the head either. You could just pour it on there. You can just pour it on there. It could be a little or a lot, whatever you feel like doing. Put those. And another reason people decide to put oils on first is specifically because you have your herbs, quote unquote, have something to stick to if you want to put it directly on that. Okay. All right, and what's the most important part, guys? That's right, following your intuition and setting intent. So I'm just gonna put this hex oil on there. Probably putting a lot, but that's okay. It's my spell. Do what you want. You see that, what I was talking about, not mixing? But I didn't put a lot, so not too much that's gonna bother me anyway. But either way, it's gonna the wicks are not wet in themselves. If your wicks are longer than this, you might want to snip them to make them shorter. Okay, we can sit here and put some herbs on it. Maybe I shouldn't have done this directly next to the AC, but you know what? It's on there. Now, I got a new spoon because I know a lot of y'all was looking at my videos and looking at that kitchen spoon and y'all weren't. So look, I got a new spoon, new teaspoon. And for those of you who don't have a spoon, trust me, I still do this right here where I just pour, kind of just pour it on there. Again, it'll stick to where it wants to stick at. You can make it as pretty or unorganized and chaotic as you want. In this case, my AC just don't want it to stick, but so there's a slight draft coming from that way. Let's see if I can move over real quick. All right, so now you've applied everything you want to apply to your plate. Some people are going to want to use crystals. You can use crystals, that's fine. You just want to take your little friend there, your little rock or whatever, and put all your negative intent into it and be like, I need you to help me do XYZ to person ABC. Put it on the plate. Again, you can use sacred geometry if you want to put it in a triangle, square, hexagon. You can do all those things still. I know everybody's different, so there's that. But yeah, any element that you are, water, fire, earth, etc., metal, feel free to put it on here. There's definitely a way to get it on here. But then at this point, what I would really just say do is kind of just activate the candle as a whole. Some people are going to pray in between every ingredient that they apply to the candle. And some people, like myself, I'm going to pray over all of it when it's done and activate the ingredients as one, unifying it together. And if you're anything like me, you're going to, as human as we are with our bad memory, y'all should also be having this out. This is my Book of Shadows. I keep it in my iPad. So don't feel bad if you have to like read what your ingredients do straight from your iPad because you don't have it memorized yet. That is 100% okay. I do it all the time because I got so many herbs and so much stuff. Sometimes I don't remember the baneful ingredients. Sometimes I only remember the light version, you know, the blessing version of properties of that ingredient. And that is 100% okay. All right, I'm going to start adding some broken mirror glass. Luckily, I did not have to break this mirror glass myself. Somebody else broke it via instructions of spirit. This is usually, broken glass is usually added because it's like sharp, it fragments their reality, it does a lot of reflecting or double downing on the negative energy as is. So you can add that. Some people add needles and sharp objects. In this case, I have a coffin nail, and you would just want to insert that wherever you feel best. I usually like insert it into the base, and I'll figure out a way to get this in off camera because I don't have a hammer right now. Yeah, so you would do things like that. If you want to add a bunch of push pins, like you could do it now. Okay, the next thing I want you guys to do after applying all those oils and stuff is actually go wash your hands. It doesn't have to be fancy or anything like this. It's just the fact that sometimes when you're applying oils, tinctures, and stuff, you have that stuff all over your hand and you're going to handle a lighter. Maybe let's not accidentally, you know, set any fires or burn ourselves, okay? Okay, so as you can see, we've washed our hands, we've done that, but we still haven't necessarily lit the candle yet. Why is that? Well, that's because there's a part 3 to this video, to this little series that is now coming along, and we got work to do. So the next video is actually going to be on tethering because there's more bits and pieces than just what we put on the plate. So stay tuned and don't forget to check out my website where I offer this service if you don't want to do it yourself. And I will see you guys in part 3. Have a nice day. Bye.